ChatGPT. Everyone's talking about it, and if you haven't heard yet, ChatGPT is a computer program that can understand and write back to you much like a conversation. It's really good at understanding language and can even generate its own responses to things you write. As a matter of fact, that was ChatGPT's response to me when I asked, what is ChatGPT in simple terms? Does it replicate a human conversation? No. It sounds really robotic at times, but it does provide a lot of useful information across all these different industries. So today I wanted to chat with this AI model and ask ChatGPT's knowledge on motherhood. Obviously, I'll be talking to a computer and not a human, but I want to see what information I can get from it. Let's start off with our first topic of preparing for motherhood. What can you do? What advice do we need to seek out while we're still pregnant? First question, I'm pregnant. What do I do? I feel like this is such a first reaction question that a lot of people have. I had this question, so let's see what ChatGPT has to say. If you have just found out you're pregnant, it can be overwhelming and confusing. True. Here are some general steps you can take. Confirm the pregnancy? Yes. See a healthcare provider and start confirming the pregnancy. Provide prenatal care. Answer questions. True. Check. 3. Make healthy choices for yourself and for your baby. This includes eating a healthy diet, vitamins, avoiding alcohol. Yes. True. 4. Talk to your partner and loved ones. 5. Plan for the future, finances, plans, childcare. Remember, every pregnancy is different, and it's important to talk to your health provider about any concerns or questions you may have. Okay, that was a pretty good first answer. I kind of like that because, yeah, the first thing you want to do is confirm your pregnancy, go make appointments, start your vitamins. So that was actually a pretty good, short, condensed answer that can provide guidance for new moms on where to begin and what to do once you get that first I'm pregnant pregnancy test, That's one point for ChatGPT. Okay, so we're pregnant. I know where to do, where to go. So now what can I expect during this pregnancy? During pregnancy, your body will go through a variety of changes as it works to support the growth and development of your baby. Here are some things that you can expect during pregnancy. Physical changes like weight gain, fatigue, morning sickness, yes. Emotional changes, that was a big one for me being pregnant with Aurelia. Pregnancy can be an emotional time, yes. You may experience mood swings, anxiety, and stress. True. Prenatal care, yes, you need to see your healthcare provider regularly. Changes in lifestyle, labor and delivery. At the end of your pregnancy, you will go into labor, yes, and deliver your baby. This can be a long and intense process. So the answer was pretty good. It kind of felt like the first one a little bit. It felt a little vague, but again, my question was vague. So I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper into the first trimester. Okay, so the first trimester pregnancy lasts from conception to week 12. Here's some things you can expect. Missed period, obviously. Morning sickness, pretty common. Fatigue, breast changes, mood changes, changes in lifestyle, fetal development. And then again, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider, which is always a good way to end anything. I feel like it's pretty spot on. It's concise and it really goes through the list of things most women go through. Sickness, tiredness, all that good stuff. So I really do like how it's not overwhelming with information, how the internet can be sometimes. And it just gives you the answer you're looking for within a tiny paragraph, So moving on to something a little more juicy, how can I prepare for labor and delivery? So preparing for labor and delivery can help you feel more confident and in control during this important time. Here are some ways you can prepare. Attend childbirth classes. Yes, I do recommend that. I feel like it really helped me gain a lot of information and just techniques that you can use during this time. And they talk to you a lot about your options, so I do like that. Create a birth plan. A birth plan outlines your preference for labor and delivery. It's important to remember that birth plans, as detailed as they can be and how you want it to go, life doesn't work out that way most of the time and things alter. But having a general plan that you desire and you want to share with your healthcare providers, it's not a bad idea. Just don't expect it to go the way you want it to. Practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing, visualization. I think that helps a lot of people. Personally, for me, it was more on breathing and just focusing, but I know other people can do better with music and meditation. So yeah, figure that out for yourself. Stay informed and learn as much as you can about the labor and delivery process, including the different stages of labor, pain management options, and what to expect. Yeah, so I think this is a big one. I honestly didn't even know that there's different stages of labor. I honestly thought it was just you push for hours on end and then you give birth to a baby. And when I used to hear people say, oh yeah, I was in labor for like 30 hours, I was like, what? Pushing for 30 hours? Now I know there's the different stages of labor. There's early labor, bridging, active labor, which is part where you're actively pushing, and then transition. I'm not a doctor, so you can go ahead and do your own research and talk to your healthcare providers. But yeah, it's actually really interesting when you go into it and you kind of get to know what's going on within each stage and where you're at. So I definitely recommend doing that research. Stay active and healthy. Yeah, sure. Pack your hospital bag. Yes, and pack it earlier than later. So if you happen to have an early term baby or something, at least you're prepared. And then consider a support person. I do think a support person is really important if you have one, if you're able to bring a family, a friend, a spouse, just anybody that's there to be there with you when this really hard, incredible moment in your life is happening. These answers have been pretty informative and concise, like I mentioned. I feel like I'm looking for something more like that human touch of your own experience, like things, advice. But again, this is coming from a computer model, which is just supposed to be spitting out the facts. So I do like that it has steps for new moms to kind of like follow. And then again, it kind of just takes off that overload of information that new moms go through when they're doing their own research on the internet. I know that when I was looking up things during my pregnancy, I was going crazy with everything, just and different parenting methods and pregnancy and this and that. So I do enjoy these factual answers that have like steps on what to do. And if you want something with more of that human touch of experience and advice, there's always obviously social media, YouTube, but there's blogs, there's real life humans like your moms, your best friends, your sisters, cousins. And yeah, so far I'm liking the advice it has for new moms. Let's ask it like a crazy question. What to name my baby? This should be a funny one. Oh, it's giving me a real answer. I thought it was gonna spit out like a random name. Okay, choosing a name for your baby is a big decision that requires careful consideration. Here are some tips. Family names, inspiration, meaning, popularity. I mean, okay. I wanted it to like just tell me a random name, but good advice. Tell me what to name my first baby. As an AI language model, I cannot suggest a specific name for your baby. As this is a very personal decision and it depends on your preference, cultural values. I actually really like that the AI model gave this answer instead of just spitting out like a random name, just because I feel like if it did, a lot of people will use it for that reason, and then some people just don't have good intentions, and if it gave you like a funny name, someone out there would try to use it, and then, you know. Okay, what else can we ask? All right, let's talk about postpartum, maybe returning to work, how to balance being a new mom with work and family. Balancing motherhood, work, and family can be challenging, yes, but it's possible to find balance that works for you. So set realistic expectations, establish a routine, use support system, communicate with the employer, take care of yourself, be present, and manage your time wisely. Of course, easier said, easier read than reality is, because in reality we have to deal with sleep deprivation, sometimes postpartum anxiety, depression, a lot of things. So now let's ask some info type of questions, some tips and things like that. So I know a big thing is that once you start creating solids, we all are worried about allergic reactions. So let's ask about that. How can I recognize my baby is having an allergic reaction to food for the first time? There are several signs to look for. Rash or hives, swelling, vomiting or diarrhea. If you suspect that your baby is having an allergic reaction, seek medical attention, call 911, go to the ER. Yeah, sounds about right. That's what they tell you to look for when there is a possible allergic reaction, especially the hives, breathing. So good. Now I'm gonna ask you like a really general question. What advice do you have for new moms? What this whole video is about. Okay, so it started off saying that as an AI language model, here's some general tips and advice for new moms. I like that it clarifies that because obviously it's a computer, not a human, not a mom. So yeah, I kind of like that clarification. Take care of yourself, like your physical and emotional needs. Trust your instincts. You know your baby better than anybody else. Trust your instincts when it comes to their care. This is so true. I honestly feel like those mom hinge, is that what it's called? I don't know. Mom instincts really kick in. And trust me, it's not like this overwhelming feeling that you're gonna have. Personally, it doesn't feel like this overwhelming sensation of like this instinct, right? That you know you have. It kind of just comes with time. Like you know your baby better than anybody else. Even after like 3 days of getting to know your baby, you know that it burps a certain way. You know a certain cry can mean that they're gassy. I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of just know what to do. Even till this day, I have a 1-year-old and I don't feel like this instinct sensation that I feel like most pregnant first-time moms think they're gonna have. You just end up knowing your baby better than anybody else and what is best for your baby. Okay, so 3, seek support, accept help, get informed, be patient, enjoy the moments. With time, patience, and support, you will find your way. Don't hesitate to reach out for help or advice when you need it. And there you have it, guys. This is ChatGPT's advice for new moms. The answers were a little generic, but that's to be expected because obviously it is a computer and it doesn't have experience. It doesn't have that emotional connection and all that good stuff. Overall, I really did like the responses. I feel like it provided really good information for questions that many new moms definitely ask. And it kind of just gave it in a short, concise paragraph instead of this overwhelming load of info all over the internet. I feel like this would be a good starting point for new moms to dig deeper into research, but it definitely has a really great outline of the questions you may want answered. I feel like this, with a mix of finding the factual information from ChatGPT and then doing your own research, plus talking to real parents out there like your family, friends, cousins, even just on social media like blogs, YouTube, and all that good stuff, I feel like will provide a very good overall answer to questions that moms may have. But at the end of the day, moms, you will figure this out, and with time comes experience, and it is just a journey that we all just go through. And there you have it, guys. This was a first look into information that an AI model can provide to even moms. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.